Well, morning folks, welcome to the Old Classic Car channel. I'm going to begin this video with a big thank you to everyone that has supported the channel over the years, however that may be, whether it's sending in photographs. So many people have sent me photographs on scanned photographs which have featured in the videos that appear on here. Books, manuals, someone recently kindly sent me some books and manuals on the V8 Pilot, for instance, and the little battery charger over there was donated by a kind follower of the channel too. And yeah, it just really is really heartwarming that many of you guys are able and are willing to support what we do here, what we get up to, me and Harley, him on his Car Traction channel, me here on Old Classic Car. And the other day, a mystery parcel arrived in the post, and a big thank you to Tom over in Ohio for digging out these bits and bobs from his workshop and kindly sending them and donating them to our collection of bits and bobs here at OCC HQ. This is the mystery box that turned up, and no, it isn't a pizza. So let's go and have a quick look in here and see what it is that Tom was so kind to donate to us here in sunny England. To begin with, we have this wonderful old thermometer, Springer's Dodge, Plymouth and Casey quality farm machinery. So presumably this was a promotional item issued by this particular dealer back in, what, the 1950s, maybe, something like that. What an incredible old survivor that is. Obviously Tom spotted that we are quite partial to old Dodges here, and don't forget we used to have the old Dodge Tourer not so long ago, the 1924 Dodge DB, the Dodge Brothers Tourer. So he was so kind to send this over, and it even works still. It shows just under 60 Fahrenheit. Presumably this was actually something created by Springers themselves, because not all Dodge and Plymouth dealers would have also been Casey suppliers. So yeah, that was presumably something that they had produced, and maybe they gave them out to customers, maybe they were given freely with purchases. So maybe if you went and bought a Dodge, a Plymouth or a Casey tractor from Springers, you'd be given one of these as a bit of a thank you gift from the dealer themselves. So yeah, what a great thing that is. So we'll definitely be finding somewhere suitable to hang that up in here, somewhere safe where it doesn't get damaged, because it's lasted all these years, what, 60, 70 years, something like that, and it's still in working condition. So that is a real treat. Maybe I should try and hang it up here next to this old thermometer, which is for Duckham's 2050 motor oil. And this one appears to do something. I'm not quite sure how accurate it is, but this one is showing, I mean, I'm more used to Celsius and centigrade now, but this one is showing about sort of high 50s Fahrenheit, something like that, as is this one. So yeah, I guess we've got a match, so maybe I'll try and maybe attach that one next to that. But either way, we'll find somewhere suitable for that, fear not. So thank you so much to Tom for sending that over. And not only did he send that over, but as a complete surprise too, was this beautiful old Ohio oil can. And what a little bobby dazzler that is. How neat is that? I've never ever seen one of those before. Made by the Ohio Grease Company of Loudonville, Ohio. So what a little treat that is. Ohio penetrating oil, sewing machine oil, compressor oil, household oil, turbine oil, machine oil, engine oil and motor oil. So what a great old survivor that is, and what in fantastic condition. That's just a real beauty. And I love the cap. It's a sort of a, you put this on, you've got the, obviously you've got the oil pourer there with a little spout, and then when you're finished with it you remove it, unscrew that there, and you fit that end onto the can, and that seals it, ready for the next job. So yeah, what a cool little thing that is. I know my youthful assistant was quite taken by that when he spotted that when this arrived in the post only yesterday, so I'll have to keep a very close eye on this, otherwise it may well end up in Ned or Fred the shed. That's probably where it will end up, to be honest, but for now it is in here with this lovely old thermometer. But that isn't everything. Not actually car related, but look at this fantastic old measuring stick, an old ruler with a 1958 Pennsylvania fishing laws all on it, and that is a really groovy thing, and Tom found this in his granddad's old toolbox. And yeah, so this has been in his family from new, made in the USA, of course, just like so many things around here as it happens. But yeah, how cool is that? Make it a rule, drink Columbia Brewing Company of Pennsylvania. So that again, it's just a really cool survivor, and I wasn't expecting to see that in the post yesterday morning. So yeah, what a treat to receive that as well. As you may have spotted, we love saving and preserving all this old stuff that would so often get thrown away. We always try and find a little corner for it here at OCC HQ in one of the sheds. And here we have the booklet of professional driving. Driving helps compiled from personal interviews with more than 100 of the world's finest drivers. I'm not quite sure of the age of this, I'm guessing early 1950s. And this was issued by the Ethel Corporation. Ethel as in Ethel Petroleum. Look out for the Ethel trademark. There we go. Ethel brand of anti-knock compound. Experienced drivers look for the Ethel trademark wherever they drive. They know that Ethel gasoline brings out the full power and performance of their cars, making driving more enjoyable. It gives them a more responsive and therefore a safer car. The illustrations in this kind of booklet are just fantastic. There's a full list of all the tips and advice. Bit of a breeze today. So accidents, blowouts, brake linings, shifting on a hill, rough roads, parking on a highway, all that kind of thing. Some lovely period illustrations as well. How to get full power from your car. Ignition timing is one of the most important steps in a good tune-up. So lots of handy hints there. Brake test is good life insurance in case of an accident. There we go. So yeah, just some really lovely bits and bobs in here. Professional driving hints. Apologies for the breeze, doesn't help, but never mind. How to get maximum mileage from your gasoline. Yeah, what a great old thing this is. I can't find a date on it, but it must be late 40s or early 1950s, I would have thought. But the yeah, is that Sid James? Recommendations of N.W. Sensenig, who is night supervisor for Shirks Motor Express Corporation, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. In 11 years with the company as driver and supervisor, he has covered more than 1 million miles in 6 states without a single chargeable accident. So wise words from Mr. Sensenig there. Here we've got Robert Kessler, who drove for the Silver Fleet Motor Express of Louisville, Kentucky for 9 years, also without a single chargeable accident. So yeah, lots of experts here giving their information for this really useful driver's guide. Here we go, riding the bumps, etc, etc, uphill and down. And a gentleman there with an unblemished safety record behind the wheel. So yeah, safety is the password. How cool is that? Right way to leave a curb. Driving needn't be tiring. That's rather smart. How to park on a hill. Yeah. How to park. Parking made simple. So lots of diagrams for the secrets of skillful parking. Let's flip that over there. Bit of maintenance on your motor car. This will go into the house and be safely preserved. Oh, there we go. Copyright 1946. So this actually is just the kind of thing that would have lived in our little old pickup truck, which is from 1947, the year after. So maybe this should actually live somewhere safe inside the pickup. I think that is where we will keep that. Last of Tom's contributions is this. This is interesting actually, because many of you watching this channel here in the UK will be familiar, of course, with the Rover 2000, the Rover P6 in its various guises. Obviously there was a 2 litre, there was a 2200, and later the V8, the 3.5 litre cars. But this is a sales leaflet for the Rover 2000 automatic in left-hand drive, American market spec. And compared to the cars that we had here in the UK, there are quite a few subtle differences. And if you look at this photograph here, I have never seen a Rover P6 with this style of wheel trim. It's almost like a row style wheel, but very, very domed, very domed full width hubcaps. And I've never seen anything like that before on a Rover P6. Do any cars over in the US survive with that style of wheel cover? Did that actually make it into production, or is this just a thing, like a bit of a styling mock-up in this particular image? I don't really know. So if you know your P6s, please drop me a line in the comments and just tell me. And there's another interesting feature, which if we have a look in here, I think it will have been unique to the American market cars. All the regular things here, about automatic transmission, that kind of thing. But over here is the thing I really wanted to talk about. It says here, typical of the thoughtfulness engineered into every Rover car is the standard equipment electronic ice warning device, which is this thing here, the Ice Alert. The Ice Alert is a sensing probe mounted on the front of the car, so you can see it up there, and also just there above the front bumper. And when the outside temperature drops to 36 Fahrenheit, an amber light flashes on the dash, and it flashes faster as the temperature drops and comes on steady at 32 degrees. The center test button makes it easy to check the warning bulb, and the rheostat on the left dims the light when the driver knows the road ahead may well be iced. So that's a really interesting fitment, which I'm sure was only fitted to the US market Rovers. Or do you know different? Was it also fitted to other export Rovers? The photo on the cover here shows some sort of circular type contraption mounted just above the bumper there. So maybe that is the Ice Alert. Maybe there were different versions, some circular, some rectangular, but that is something I've never seen before. So yeah, this will be a very welcome addition to the fairly large collection of old car brochures that I've actually got. I've mentioned it before, even as a kid back in the 1970s, I'd often go to our local Leyland garage and go and scavenge all sorts of brochures, most of which I still have, and I carried on doing that for many years, well into the early 2000s in fact, and as a result we have quite a lot of old car brochures here. Someone actually did kindly contact me a year or so back and donated quite a stack of old car brochures, which was very kind indeed. Again, just another example of the generosity of the people who follow the Old Classic Car channel here. The same gentleman also passed on this lovely old 1920s Humber radiator, which is on pride of display here in the garage at OCC. So yeah, what an interesting old brochure this is. And again, you can see those really unusual hubcaps on that Rover P6. So was that also a standard feature of the American market cars? Did these cars sell well in America? I would have thought the 2 litre with an automatic wouldn't have exactly been a ball of fire. Apparently they were well received in the US when they went on sale there, but did they sell in great numbers? Was this a success for Rover? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, we've got all the information here. And on the back cover, I mean, this is in perfect condition. Is there a date on this? I'm not sure there is, but it must be mid-1960s. And there again, it mentions there, standard equipment, the Ice Alert electronic probe. Bumper guards with rubber inserts, Pirelli radial ply gold band tyres. So if you're restoring a P6 in America, this is the spec, this is the original spec for your car. Optional equipment, tinted glass sunshine roof, radio Magstar wheels, or Magnum 500 wheels. So I wonder if that's what we are actually looking at in those photographs. Magstar or Magnum 500 wheels. Again, let me know in the comments if you know for sure, because that would be quite interesting to know. You've got a list of all the body colours there, and so on. All the spec, all that kind of thing. So, that is just a quick look at the items that Tom over in Ohio kindly sent over to OCC, and it arrived here just a day or so ago. So, thanks once again to Tom for that. Real treat, really honoured that you kindly thought that we would be able to offer these a good home. So that is really cool. So what I'm thinking of doing is to repay these random acts of kindness. I'm going to have a bit of a route through lots and lots of the old books, the old motoring related books and bits and bobs that we have here, and see if we can just get together a small collection of them, and I'll be offering them free of charge to followers of the old classic car channel, what I will do is I will put a video together and just describe some of these books in items, sort of in order, and then make them available to you, probably just for the cost of postage, that kind of thing. But the actual items themselves, there'll be no charge for those, so keep an eye out on the channel for that. What I will do is, as a little thank you to the subscribers to the channel who've clicked the join button just below the viewing window, I will make it available initially to channel members. There is a video all about channel membership elsewhere on the channel, and after a few days I will then open it up and put the video out so that everyone who watches the videos here at OCC can actually avail themselves of this offer, because like I say, I'm blown away really by just how kind so many of you have been with contributing items that you know will find a good home here at OCC, and I thought, well, I need to try and do the same. So yeah, I will have a look over the next few days. I'll go through, have a look, see what books I've got that I no longer need, because there are probably quite a few books, manuals, handbooks, that kind of thing, and then I will list them out and do a video describing each of them in turn, and then you can get in touch if any of them particularly float your boat or is of use. So that's just a quick update on some of the ideas that I have for videos in the very near future. So thank you very much for watching this short video, and thanks once again to Tom and everyone who has sent in and supported the channel in whatever way that is. The sun has come out. Where's that been? Good grief. What a treat to see that finally, a bit of sunshine after what feels like months and months of rain, gloomy clouds, leaden skies and so on. So yeah, what a difference a bit of sunshine and a bit of blue sky makes. There you go, Tom, if you're watching this. I've popped it in the cabinet over there just to keep it safe, won't get knocked or banged in there. It's joined by an old Dodge mascot as well. Of course the Dodge, they're just over there, so yeah, I think that's a perfect home for it. And yes, the 1946 professional driving booklet will live in here in the 1947 Dodge pickup. I need to get a glove box to go behind the thingy here, as at the moment there is nothing, but yes, that will live in here along with this old Dodge Cars and Trucks matchbook and the Sinclair Oils map, probably from the late 1950s. So I think this is the perfect home for that. I've also decided to put the little oil can and the ruler in there too, just to keep the dust off. And this will be coming back indoors with me to join the collection of classic car brochures here at OCC HQ.